Hello everyone, today I am going to show you how to implement this collision system for this skateboarding. So like this, if I did not jump over this rail, the character would simply fall down. So similar thing happen if I try to move under this object like that too. So if I hit this slowly, it will be like this, but I have implemented a way to, like, if I move here, if I press R again, the character will reset its collided state and I can move back like this. Later on I'm going to implement like walk back to the board and climb back on the board and start moving. So yeah, let's see how to implement this part today. And this episode is sponsored by these generous patrons. Thank you very much for the support you guys are giving me. Okay, so here is the ragdoll. So it's not perfect, but that will do. Okay, and let me open my character. So for now, as the first step, I'll instead of detecting any collision with the wall or something, I'll just use some key to enable character falling down. So the event graph, let me close this unused stuff. And here I'll add a custom key event. I'll use R. R stands for ragdoll. Okay. No, actually that is for testing. I'll define another custom event. Let's call it toggle ragdoll. And we need a parameter to say if we are enabling or disabling. Right, now let's have a branch. If this is true, that means we need to enable the ragdoll for the character. So I'll get the mesh, set physics blend weight to, let's try 0.9 and see how it looks. Oh, I need to call this toggle ragdoll. Yeah, and let's add a flip-flop here. So first time it will call with a true, next time it will call with a false. So I can use the same key to control it. Zero. Let's start from some place like this so we can go faster. If I press R, nothing happened. Why is that? do we have? No. Why physics simulation didn't work? Oh, physics asset has been disconnected from this. Right now it should work. Let's see. Not sure what happened there. Still no, nothing. Does that have something to do with the collision settings? I have used. Where is the ragdoll? Let's test now. Oh, right. Looks like that's the case. And even without the character we can actually move. Okay. So okay, and if I press R again, character snaps back to the board. It's not realistic, we need to work on that. Right, so when I press R again, the character again goes back to the previous position where the physics simulated body was. See, if I press R again, it goes there. Okay, so to prevent it happening like that, maybe here again we should set simulate physics. Let's set it as false. So no, so true, false. So I think that should reset the state of the simulation. Let's try again. I just want to go faster because it looks cool. Okay, and if I press R, it comes back, and if I press R again, it happens like that. Okay. All right. Okay, right. Now, when the character falls down, actually the character should stop moving. It should remain attached to the body, even though we have simulated physics on that body. And also the skateboard should follow physics as well. I'm not sure about the physics asset of this mesh. Let's see. It's just like this, which is not really, doesn't really match. So it would kind of roll. Can we change the shape? We can't. Let's replace this with let's show the bones, add shape, let's add a box. think this shape should work. And when the character goes into the ragdoll mode, I'll do the same for the skateboard as well. Right. Oh, didn't work. I think I have to set the physics collision, or it has no collisions. Okay, right, but when we go ragdoll into the ragdoll mode, we need to set collision enabled. And it should have the ragdoll collision. But we can't. We can enable it here. Let's enable physics only. But if I keep it enabled, I think I would have problems with character movement. I'm not sure. It seems fine so far. Oh. Alright, we can avoid those problems later. Oh, no, we don't need this because now that I have already enabled physics, enabled collision, so I don't think we need that. And it's not moving actually. I think it should have some kind of a movement. So let's not do any physics simulations as for now. It doesn't look actually any good. Looks like board is an intelligent word. Okay, so now let's see how to recover from this ragdoll. Right, now, well, before implementing the getting up part, let's see how to, for example, if I hit something like this, let's see how to make the character fall down if it hits some obstacle with some speed. At the moment nothing happens, but it should be like this, like that. Okay, so how do we do that automatically? How to detect impacts? Right, let's add some component, a collider, like this. something like this. Let's go to the front view and let's move it down. Actually, I think we should cover up the whole area, so the character's head also should not be hit by anything. But also at the same time it should not do any reaction to the ground as well. So maybe this won't work. Let's try this way first. Let's name it Collider. The Collider is good. Okay. And overlap all, not dynamic. Let's set it to overlap all, not just dynamics. Alright, now in this collider let's add a begin overlap event. Let's print the name of the other actor like this, just for testing. And let's do some test to see if we get any hits with the landscape. Looks like we don't. Okay, rail. I got a hit with the rail. Right, okay, it basically works. Now when we hit, let's check the velocity of the character. We need a value, not the vector, so let's calculate vector length. And we don't have a direct way to get the speed, right? No. And if this speed is larger than, let's say, 100, let's call toggle ragdoll with the true. Now let's come from this hilltop and collide with the railing. Awesome. Now when I press R again, it should reset, and also the character movements should be stopped. So let's modify these events a little bit. Let me collapse all of these into a single node. Collisions and ragdoll. Right, now when we enable ragdoll, I'll promote this to a variable. ragdoll enabled. It should set it to true. And for the R, now I'll disable this, remove this flip-flop, and if we have already enabled the ragdoll, we should disable it with TR. So we can use a not boolean here, call it like this. Okay, now if I press R again, character comes back to the board. Okay, alright, and also let's see how it looks when we hit the railing from an angle. Okay, and also we need to disable the usual controls for the character. And how do we do that? In the event tick, let me remove this unused stuff. Right here, for the move right, what do we have here? Okay, basically we should disable this move right if we have enabled the ragdoll. Let's promote this to a macro so we can reuse this. Let's call it ragdoll check. And enabled, not enabled. Right, so only if the ragdoll is not enabled, we should be able to add move right input. And for the move forward, I think if we on the skateboard, let's do the ragdoll check here. This might stop the character suddenly, but let's see. See, the board stops suddenly there, only after coming back on the board we can move. Okay, we need to work on the board physics as well, but I will not do it for now. When we reset, we should reset the speed of the character as well. So I think this move forward speed is based on this MF value. Yeah, so when I again climb back by disabling the ragdoll, I'll set the MF value back to 0. Okay, alright, so I'll stop this episode here for now, and in a future episode let's see how to improve this effect. So maybe when we fall on the ground, we should then walk back and find the board and climb on that again in order to skateboard. So as always, project files will be available for the download through the Patreon page. Link would be in the description below, and if you like to support my work, you can get the membership of the Patreon club. And thanks for watching. See you in another episode. Goodbye.